Hello again, this is Robert Veach here. This is my video review of the Glide Charge brand, their Power Brick. Internally has 12.8 volts, 7.8 amp hour, 99.84 watt hour, which is a nice large capacity battery in here. And this thing is going to power a lot of different devices. And it's one of the world's first remote control power bank and power station all in one. You can power your gear and accessories with maximum ease. So it comes with a USB-C to C nice cable and a DC 12 volt cable with a barrel connector on there, and this very unique remote with an LED indicator on it. This is really high quality rubberized on-off switches with a really decent range on here. Comes with a little instruction manual showing you how to operate everything, and it also has the specs in there so you can understand how the remote works. I did get good range on that remote, which is great. So what's unique about this is it has a 65 watt USB-C fast charging port right on here. So if you look here, this is the way it's set up. That's a fast charging port, 65 watt. It's for in. It also has output on there so that you could utilize the 5 volts at 3 amps out of there if you want to charge something. You also have this really unique DC port on here, 4.2 amps, 12 volts, and we're going to demonstrate how to use that. Then you have your typical USB-A, 5 to 12 volts, 1.5 amps. This is a maximum of 50 watts, this DC port on there, and the USB-A port can charge devices with a maximum of 18 watts. The DC and USB-A output can be used simultaneously and turned on and off remotely. So the DC and the USB-A. Priority is on these right here. This is the lower priority in terms of using the remote. This can be totally recharged in 3 hours. This is 8.4.3 by 2 inches in size, and it weighs 2.2 pounds. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked from this manufacturer. You notice on the top it's got status LEDs right there and a power button, and it does define the different operations of this. Because it is unique, it's a little more complicated than a typical power brick because it has some already text functions on there as well as that remote control. So let's start off with the basics. If you want to charge this, you use a USB-C cable, and then you get your status indicators on there. And when all 4 of those are all lit, then it's fully charged. And again, with that 99.84 watt hour battery, it take about 3 hours if it's completely discharged. And that's with about a 2 amp USB-C port on there. That's the basic operation for charging, very simple. Now let's show you some other things that are which are unique. When you just pulse this power button right here, like that, it puts it in the radio controlled mode, or remote mode right here, so that you could then turn off these different features, the USB-A and this power port right there. If you turn it on by holding this down longer, then you can get this port to work and this port. So we're going to show you right here. I'm going to hook this up and I'm going to demonstrate these features. So here I have this connected up to a couple different devices. This is the USB-C port on here, and we're going to indicate when it's charging, and that's connected to the USB with the included cable. I have a USB-A cable of my own going to a rechargeable flashlight LED, and you can see that that's blinking right there, it's charging. And then I have the DC port going across for your back, and you have to make sure that what you're putting across that 12 volts is for 12 volts, and this matches the barrel connector perfectly, and the connections make sure the negative and positive is correct. Negative is usually on the this outer part, positive on the center. So that's a way to control something like this, which is on 12 volts. So right now you notice that this isn't charging because the priority is for the USB-A port, which is charging, and the DC port. So I can take the remote and I can turn it off like that, and it turned off the DC port and it turned off the USB-A port. So you could cycle that on and off like that, and then you get your USB-A port on and your DC power port on also. So that's one great option so that you can control those 2 ports using the remote control. So you hold that button down for a couple seconds and it turns everything off. You can see that this is off and this is turned off also, which is the DC port. Now, if you just pulse this quickly, you could see that it starts turning on the USB-C port on there, because I'm not using the DC port, doesn't sense that. So now I have the USB-C port and the USB-A port, because I didn't activate this one right here, because I just pulsed that really quickly. And you still have the option of turning it off right there, and you can see that that removed the USB-A and the USB-C port from charging. So you get a lot of controls, depending on your application. This thing is going to power a lot of different things. You can see right here 3 different devices. It's really unique to have this 12 volts on here. That is unheard of in this industry. So you have this large power bank and ability to power things. And again, this will power 12 volts at 4.3 amps. So you'll even be able to power things that are more energy drawing, like vacuum cleaners and things like that. I'm just demonstrating this because of the fact that it has the LEDs in there. But the ability to control things with a remote is really unique. Depending on your application, you may have it set up so that you want to have full control of your port, like I was demonstrating, or control over the USB-A. It's up to you. You've got the controls on here, and they do define what this button does right here. And some of this is auto sensing. When you put the C on there, it'll auto sense if you just push this once and turn it on, and then this will prioritize and shut it on and off like I demonstrated. So you got a lot of applications you could hook this up with, and again, it's got that huge capacity in there, and you just be able to really power and charge things. And again, the C port and the A port could be used to power anything and to charge something. You may have a netbook or something like that. It really works with all those things because these are standard universal ports. And again, this DC port is standard also because they cleverly picked a very universal barrel size, which was really smart of them. So I'm impressed with the quality of this product. It does work really well, and I'm impressed with the capacity of it. So after testing, what do I think about the Glide Charge brand, or Power Brick, with the 12.8 volt, 7.8 hour, 99.84 watt hour battery, remote controlled option. This is a really unique product, and I've never seen anything like this. And as I demonstrate, it's got some unique features on here. It's going to allow you to use this in a lot of different applications and power a lot of different things with that high capacity that this has, and that DC output port that is unique. So I'm impressed with this product. I think they did a great job. The remote works amazing, as I demonstrated, and it's a really high quality remote that they've included. So I'm going to give this product a full 5-star rating. I hope this video review helped you with your buying decision. Thank you for watching.